just to piggyback on what Jabari was saying, I understand we come from a mother and a father for a reason. I'm talking from a conception standpoint. So quite naturally, along the lines of growing up and going through your puberty stages, your
different opportunities that we may not often get.
You see, I'm 3 years in Chicago, 6 years in Arizona, 2 years with the Oakland Raiders.
Ain't like it used to be, like when we grew up. So it takes guys like us to come back to get these kids enthused and fired up about life in general.
Very much. We enjoyed you. Thank you, man. I'm impressed.
Tell you what, when I came out here the other day, I was blown away by the kids interviewing me. I thought that was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I've never been to a function where it's set up for the kids. The kids are I never seen that where the kid and he's out there working out now, but he interviewed me and I was. It really touched me because I know that's an aspect in which we have to explore.
Yeah. We're back with STI740 Beyond the Game, and today we're gonna have a round table talk session with the youth of the show and all the youth that's involved with the show about recent problems that have came up. We got Mike Brown, Eric Garner, the teenager that was shot. So we're going to talk about everybody's opinion on it and what they think about it. So I guess I'll go first. I am the most important person of the show. So
Ego. Go ahead.
Say something else.
Go ahead.
Say something else.
Carry on.
Say something
Carry
else.
on.
Say something else.
Carry on.
Just start the discussion.
Carry on.
All right. So what I think about Eric Garner, I mean, police getting pretty ruthless nowadays, but it all makes sense. I mean, he couldn't breathe. He literally said, "I can't breathe" 11 times before he was killed. So, and then they didn't indict him. So I think America's court system, and there's something wrong with it. And police getting pretty ruthless, and we need to stop that.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you say you can't breathe, the police is not supposed to, like, try to kill you. They're supposed to, like, prevent you from, like, harming other people or harming them. And if you're already down on the ground, they shouldn't still be, like, trying to hurt you. So basically, I mean, the police is, like, really doing this, like, to a lot of minorities. And it's like we don't have a word or we don't have nothing to say. So we need to, like, voice our opinion more, I believe, because, I mean, like, the police is not, like, taking actions. And they're the people that we supposed to trust to take care of us, like, to protect us. And, like, they're not doing their job. So we, as minorities, have to voice our opinion more.
I definitely agree with you because, you know, well, I definitely agree with you, Brother Jabari, because, you know, police are here to protect and serve. If they're not doing their job to serve and protect, then what is we civilians supposed to do? You know, we're just here living life, and then when someone slip up, that don't mean that the police have to slip up either. They supposed to, you know, do their job. And if they're not doing their job, then riots occur. That's when destruction occurs in the community. That's what breaking us down. So, you know, police got to do their job correctly. And they need to stop reacting before we have a reaction.
Can I see the mic?
I ain't even gonna lie. That's probably the smartest thing I've ever heard you say.
Now, when I watched the news segment one day, the police had said exactly what you said. The job is supposed to be protect and serve. But recently, thanks to the laws, their job is to just follow the laws. Whether it's going against protecting and serve, I'm not saying that I'm going with it, I'm just letting you know. Now, their job is just to enforce the law. Whether it's to protect and serve, whether it's right or wrong. Right now, based off what I heard off the news, their job is to protect and serve. There's supposed to be a protocol that if anybody's laying down saying that they can't breathe, seeing that I was in the military, you know, there's a certain protocol. If that person is saying I can't breathe, you either do CPR until the ambulance comes, or they're supposed to call the ambulance the first thing so that the ambulance can come while the 30 minutes is going. That way, that whole altercation wouldn't even happen.
Hey, but look, thing that you said about, you know, police are supposed to follow the law, but, you know, I'm in the NAACP, so I get emails from, you know, the foundation, and then I'm presented with this information first, so, you know, I don't hear just about these big cases, I hear about, you know, local, like what's happening locally, you know, so, you know, you're right, they're supposed to follow the law, you know, they're supposed to help people, you know, if they're harming some other people or if they're harming themselves. But, you know, police nowadays, they're abusing their power, you know? So they're also supposed to be there to protect you. So I also want to talk about the kid in Cleveland who was in the middle of the park and he just had a gun. And the police are going to go up and shoot him.
Yeah.
But look, this is how I feel about it. You know, it said that the kid was holding the gun upwards, okay? So he wasn't, you know, aiming the gun at anybody. So, you know, this is how I feel. What if, you know, the kid was going there to possibly end his life? What if he was bullied? The police is supposed to be there to protect you, and you know? So, you know, how do y'all feel about that?
I mean, I agree with you. It was totally unnecessary. The police getting ruthless because they think, oh, I got a badge and I got an ID badge too. I'm untouchable. Nobody can touch me. Guess what? You touchable. You can go to jail, but it's unlikely. Because lately, the law has been winning. No matter how many times we fight or how many times we don't fight, the law still wins. So I'm thinking, we protest. Charles Barkley too. I mean, he said the people that are rioting and protesting are douchebags.
No,
Douchebags?
scumbags.
Yeah, scumbags. And Olympian said that he doesn't have the credentials to talk about what's happening. I know you need to have a certain amount of credentials to talk about what's happening. I mean, if that's the case, I gotta be quiet. Because I'm just a young man coming out of nowhere. I just came home, just had a donut or two, so I ain't got enough credentials. But I'm doing the show, and it's free America. Anybody can talk about what they want to. So you really can't tell nobody they don't have certain credentials to talk about what they want to. So I think what he said was pretty ignorant.
Yeah, I mean, but like, hold on. Before we go too deep into this discussion, we have other topics we have to discuss. Like the teacher in Duncanville, she was a minority, and she said a racist comment, and she got fired for her job. But there was also a Caucasian lady who said a racist comment, but she didn't get fired for her job. And hers weren't, I don't think she worked at Duncanville, but she worked at another Texas high school. So I mean, like, how do y'all feel about that?
For me, let me just say this here, brother. Because it's kind of emotional. It's an emotional time for me because to be able to sit here with a lot of gifted young brothers, knowing that there is a war against minorities. And I'm not gonna say I'll take minority back. It's a war against young black people. Okay, they don't want to see us succeed, be positive, be powerful, go to school, get an education, make somebody in life, make your mom and your dad proud and go make some money. They don't want to see that. They want to see you locked up in jail so they can make some money off. Okay? So, for me, my message is to you guys is to keep doing what you're doing because it seems like you're on a positive journey. You're on a positive path. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep your voice. Make sure that your voice is heard. Okay? And from that, I feel like it'll trickle down. It'll be someone you'll be able to touch. It's gonna hear everything you say. It's gonna follow you. Okay? There's gonna be somebody that's gonna follow you, and they're gonna listen. There's gonna be somebody in this world that's gonna listen to you. So make sure you leave a positive vibe to them. Give them some positive energy because because the war is on. I hate to say it like that, but it is on. And so you guys have to see it from afar and get tunnel vision and stay focused on your dreams and your aspirations and making your mama proud and your daddy proud and your grandmother and your family. Okay? That's what it's about for me.
Well, I kind of like how he touched on kids and young youth talking and speaking, you know, getting their voice out. As discussed in my third period class, you know, we was talking about young black minority men trying to, you know, successfully make their way through life. Kids, they have a special voice.
Right.
When, you know, when men talk and they try to speak, it like Dr. Martin Luther King, that was nice. Like when he spoke to encourage. But when kids speak to encourage, it gives like a different vibe.
Yeah.
It gives a different tone to the problem or something like it's just different. It
It's a
just
different
adds
energy.
extra.
Yeah, it's just a different
It lets you know that it's serious.
Right
Because
on.
like if you have a kid talking about the situation, then that mean like you know it's serious. Like the kids are not the most people in watching the news and stuff. It would be more adult. So I mean, like if a kid is talking about it, then you know it's a big deal. It's a big issue in society.
But since we're touching on the topic police brutality and kids, me and my teachers and other students feel that everything that's going on with the power with the government is a form of tyranny, because they feel that they have the power to do anything that they want to the citizens and not get away with it. The guy that choked Eric Garner, the cop, he insists that he didn't put him in a chokehold. But as you look at a picture, I think from the year 1967, of another black male in the same exact chokehold, said he didn't put him in a chokehold. He's clearly on the ground, not breathing. Your arms are around his neck. I don't know what you call it, a hug or something, but I didn't know hugs exist around the neck from behind. So that I feel that this is a form of tyranny, saying that they have the power, which is obviously y'all have the power. Y'all running around killing people for no reason. They may think it's for a reason because they're fighting back. He wasn't resisting arrest. He was trying to stay alive. You're killing him. No one wants to die being in a chokehold. That's how I feel about it.
And it's not only all police officers that are just abusing power, because I know a couple police officers that live in my neighborhood. They're pretty cool people. I mean, we saw one at the fair. He gave us $20. We asked for it. Well, we was playing, but he gave it to us. And they're not just abusing power. They respect us, and it's not all police officers. It's just certain ones that think they can get away with it because they have a badge and a gun. And they said that the man who held Eric Garner to death, he just got his gun and badge stripped. I mean, that's not telling him nothing.
Punishment.
That's not nothing. I mean,
if one of us go outside right now and put somebody in a chokehold, we'd probably get 5 years for attempted murder. Even if we killed them, we'd probably get, I don't know how many years we get for murder, but if they did that, it's attempted murder. Even if we were horseplaying, like if you catch kids around the school horseplaying and the district officers come around, that's a form of fighting. We can't allow that. That's bullying. Yet bullying is when you repeatedly talk about somebody, put your hands on them for no reason. So I feel that it's a form of tyranny because there's nothing we can do about it.
I definitely think it's a problem when you fear for your life when dealing with the police. The people that are here to protect you, you're fearing for your life with them. It's definitely a problem. So I feel like we have to, as people, we have to not put ourselves in these situations. Not that I'm saying what they did is okay, but we definitely have to be smarter in how we handle things when we know these consequences can happen and they won't be punished for them. So we definitely have to be smarter out here. Right?
Yeah, but like we touched on this topic a lot too. So I mean, like in 2010, there was a young lady killed in the riot in Detroit. I mean, like, and now they're bringing it up. So like, how do y'all feel about that?
Well, the girl, her name was Ayan Jones, and some of her family members were, selling narcotics. Well, I think it was the house next to them actually. So it was actually the wrong house, and the police had, rushed up in there and just, flashbanged the house and just ran in and shot the girl in the head. And, I looked at the article and it said that the person that they had down, in handcuffs before they went into the house, I told them that, there's kids in the house, and the police just went past all the, the playground. They had little toys in the front yard, how like kids have that. So, right, there is police out there doing their jobs, but, the police services need to be more strict. Like I said 2 weeks ago, the crooked cops got to check themselves. Because how can, if the media is only showing us negative things that's happening, and we only see, crooked cops out here just killing people, abusing their power, how can they expect people not running around saying F the police? How can we not expect that?
I agree, but I disagree. The crooked cops are not going to check themselves. It's the people with the more authority that they have over the crooked cops that need to be checking.
But they need to check who they put in place, who they give the badge, who they give the gun, the taser, everything.
It's too easy to get a job that's too hard to do.
Well, I don't think that you can really define a person before they actually do the action. So, I kind of agree with John. You can't really check somebody if they never did something bad before. So.
But they're crooked cops. They do everything better.
The thing about it, Isaiah, what Savion is trying to say is, the thing is, the people that's over the authority, if they're a crooked cop, they're not going to show that they're a crooked cop. That's like being the dumbest robber. You go into a gun store and try to jack a gun store for guns. You're going to get shot. I know it happened. That's what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot of crooked cops, but most of them is not going to just be like, oh, I'm a crooked cop. Hey, I'm a crooked cop. You probably don't want me out on that field. They're going to be like, you know what? I'm a good cop. I get like a whole bunch of these. They're going to be trying to sell themselves. So it's going to be kind of hard to spot out the bad apples if all you're seeing is good.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. But so what you think about the topic?
Well, I think a lot of the cops are trying to do their job the correct way, but they're slipping up. Like, how you go into the wrong house and not be considerate of the children in it, and then actually kill an innocent young girl? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Everybody knows that gunshots are loud. That could damage the kid's ears. First of all, and in that particular incident, I think there was a African-American male that was on the ground in handcuffs telling them he has asthma, his kids are in the house, they're in the back, they have toys. You can clearly see that there are kids in the house. But yet you go in there with gunfire, didn't bother to check the other houses around, didn't bother to check that they had the right address. They went straight to one house and killed. They didn't go in checking to see if she was armed or dangerous. They went in and killed. Didn't even know if they had the right person. They probably could have killed the kid, not knowing that this wasn't the drug dealer, that was the drug dealer.
Right, and we're talking about the same people that go through training, extensive training, before they are released out into the field. These people are getting extensive training, and then they're going, and for me, I think that a lot of them are taking their problems to their work, to their job.
Yeah, but now, I want to hear y'all opinions about what LeBron said, because LeBron talked about the people in Ferguson, they should stop the riots. I mean, they shouldn't be doing all that. Violence is not the answer, but he still supports them. So, how do y'all feel about that?
I mean, there's two sides to LeBron's story. You got the point with the people who haven't been through it or don't know what it's like, and then you have the people that's rioting. And if somebody killed a relative of yours, you're not gonna sit there and go, oh, okay, it's okay, I'm not gonna do nothing. If somebody killed a relative and the cop isn't indicted, they got all the evidence against him, and he's not indicted, it shows that the police don't care about you. I mean, there's two sides to the story.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's violence, then if they kill your relative or whatever, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go start killing other people or blowing down stores or whatever? What does that solve? It solves nothing. the only way to like fix it is like try to make it through the law. Like you got to try to get a court case. You got to like just hope for the best, like because like if you're killing stores and stuff, like that's not going to help anything. I mean, that's just like basically making the situation worse on yourself because I mean the media is going to draw attention to y'all like doing that, and then like police going to like try to like get y'all for like blowing up stores or whatever. So I mean that's not helping anything.
But there's a thing called double jeopardy, where if he isn't indicted the first time, he's never going to be indicted again because he can only be tried for that case once. So when you abuse your power and you don't indict the police officer, it shows that we don't get justice. Y'all gonna lose money because the stores are making the money for the police officers and taxpayers. That's how they get their money. So it's either justice or y'all losing money. Cause when they riot, they're blowing up stores. They give up money to the police officers and to the government. So it just basically said, y'all either gonna give us justice or no money.
You're blowing up the places that you eat at every day, though. I mean, like you buying food from these places.
You gotta listen though. Hoping has not been working for a while now. This is going back to the 60s. Hoping has not done anything for us. Justice is what we're trying to solve in America, and hoping is not helping.
But I mean, like that's not okay. If that's not helping, like what other way can you do it? Because I'm saying that you can't blow up the places that you eat at every day.
But why
But
not?
they don't eat there. They honestly look.
I mean, like,
most of them. I ain't even gonna lie. Some of them probably don't have the money to buy from the stores that they're blowing up.
Hey, but look, that don't matter though. They're still hurting their community.
yeah,
right?
it's their community they live in. I mean, like the markets, you gonna buy food from there. The clothes stores, you gonna buy clothes from there. Like, why would you do that to your community?
They don't care. They want justice.
No, but look, alright, check this out. Say Mike Brown got an uncle, right? Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so say his uncle owned a dry cleaners, right? And they're devastated just as much as the protesters, okay? And they're going around shooting up the uncle's business, okay? And he's still trying to get through Mike Brown's debt. How is that helping at all?
They're not
No,
going.
look,
They're not going to shoot up Michael Brown.
They don't know his family. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, they just want to blow up their community
They just
for
trying,
no
they're just
reason.
being ignorant, going in trying to get what they want. It's not even about the case anymore. So I tell you what, what you need to do if you live in Ferguson, but not just in Ferguson, but if you're living in America, you need to get out and vote, be active, join organizations that are helping the community. That's the only way to make a change. You have to change the laws. So get out and vote, be a part of the political system. That's the only way.
But I feel, why riot? Why not be smarter about it? We know that if some African American male goes out and shoots a white person and kills him, or if he doesn't kill him, it's more likely that he's gonna get sued, right?
Going straight to jail.
Yeah, straight to jail, sued. It's no matter of, it's a quick trial. As soon as you walk into court and the case is dismissed, you're already going to jail. You try to attempt murder. But if we go outside or somebody, if a white person comes outside and shoots at us, kills us, what do we do? We want to start riots and peaceful protests, but we just had a protest where a girl was arrested, but it's peaceful.
So, I mean, like, we have touched on this topic a lot, too. But, like, we kind of got off the teacher topic, like, real quick. So, let's go back to it. Oh, I mean, guess we're out of time. So, I guess we're about to wrap this up. So, I mean, like, any closing thoughts about this?
It don't make sense. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Isaac.
Me too.
No justice, no peace.
All we're asking for is peace.
And justice.
And justice, and peace, and justice, and peace.
So, thank you. And that's it for today. So, DJ Doc, first we want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching us. We want to thank all our supporters and everything. So, DJ Doc D, take us out.
Yeah.
We're here with STI740 Beyond the Game, and we're going to go ahead, dive into this gaming picks of the week. We're going to switch up the order. It's almost Christmas. Christmas miracle. I'm going to let you go first. What? Say something.
All right, so what's the order? Just go.
You, surprisingly, because I'm feeling nice. Me, and then him. No, let's switch this up. you, him, and then me.
Oh, the sorry for last. Okay, so like first game we have the Cowboys versus Eagles. Cowboys, of course. I mean, I know what happened at Thanksgiving. I know the Cowboys lost, but you know what? I still see it. Cowboys beat Seahawks. Seahawks beat Eagles. Cowboys beat Eagles. Cowboys winning.
That was.
I mean, that makes sense. And I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, but they leaving me a little shaky after Thanksgiving, so I don't know. But that's my squad, so I'm gonna have to roll with it.
I got D-Town. Jabari, you got the lucky roll, you know. And then something so ridiculous that I heard Jeremy Mincy say. The Cowboys underestimated the Eagles' run game. How can you do that? I mean, they got LaShawn McCoy. That's ridiculous. That's just another excuse. Go ahead and take it to the next game, loser.
Okay. So next game, 49ers and Seahawks. You know, I got the 49ers on this one. I mean, I'm going with the 49ers. I think that they gonna beat the Seahawks, and I mean, I don't think the Seahawks really want this game. I mean, I think they gonna get too cocky and think they gonna win. So I think the 49ers gonna make the upset and they gonna beat the Seahawks.
I got 3 words for you. Legion of Boom.
Woo!
I gotta go with the Seahawks.
I gotta go with my man. I got the Seahawks. Odd man out. The sore thumb. Little piggy.
Sure about that? Okay, like when we come back next week and the 49ers win, I'm gonna hit you up on that.
Sure will.
But next game, you know, we got the Colts versus the Texans. You know, I'm going with the Colts. I mean, I think the Colts got this game. Colts got it all the way. I mean, that's just it. I mean, I don't even have to explain that. Colts is going to win.
I'm still a little upset with the Colts for letting my boy go, but Andrew Luck has turned out to be a great quarterback, and I'm gonna have to go with the Colts.
I got the Texans. I mean, J.J. Watt, he has 4 touchdowns. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This season. That's the most ever by a defensive lineman. And he's lined up at tight end. So I got the Texans. I don't see a reason why not.
Okay, like when you lose this one again, I'll hit you up on that again. Next game, we have the Patriots versus the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Excuse me.
Well, you about to get sued. You said the name wrong.
Patriots versus the Dolphins. I mean, Tom Brady, he's going to take this all the way. Patriots win. That's like, I don't even think about that either. Patriots win.
That's an easy one. Patriots all day.
Well, I don't think it's an easy one. I got the Dolphins.
Are you sick?
I mean, yes, a little bit.
Yeah, you need to stay off again.
I got the Dolphins. I mean, Ryan Tannehill has been good, and then it's an inter-division competition. So I got the Dolphins.
Go back home. But next game, we got the Broncos versus the Chargers. I'm going with the Broncos. Peyton Manning, my boy. He put on when he was at Indianapolis. He put on while he's in Denver. So I mean, I got Peyton Manning.
Greatest of all time, Peyton Manning.
I got the Chargers.
Dude, I mean, yeah, he's asleep. He's dead. He's something. Because I don't understand you right now.
You don't understand me? You don't understand it to me. Because the Chargers, their defense is pretty good. Their offense is all around good. So I don't see why not.
Okay. And the last game was the Bengals versus the Browns.
I'm sorry, I gotta go first on this one. I got my boy Johnny Manziel gonna be starting. Johnny Football, cash sign, Browns.
Okay, I got the Bengals. I mean, I just think the Bengals gonna win.
Ah, man, out again. I got the Browns.
Alright, so Jabari, you gonna lose.